that brings me to the core, right? And I said the other day, like, if this is going this way right now, and it's been going this way for the past few seasons, right? We kind of know now at this point, Jack Hughes is having a hard time getting past 60 games a season. And we know that there's an inevitable injury coming at some point. And when that happens, guys like Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, Timo Meyer don't necessarily carry the load here. So it brings me to my next question in like, when you look at the core, and in my mind, um, Jack and Luke Hughes, Nico Hischier, Timo Meyer, and Dawson Mercer are that core. Is that a mix that you can build around, or are they more support players, excluding Jack, that you need somebody else to build around with those guys?
Some of them are. Like, Jack Hughes is a player that's franchise cornerstone, no question
Right.
about it. I think Nico Hischier is as well. I think he's one of the best two-way centers in the game when he's playing his best. And I would put Bratt in that category as well. I don't think he gets enough hype for how good he is, like, on a national level. It's the defensive core that's a little bit more flawed. I would say, ideally, I know Dougie Hamilton has the contract. I wouldn't put him as, like, the core to build around, but it would be Luke Hughes. That's a trickier one, though, because I think he's a much better player than we've seen this season. And I know that's not saying a lot because we haven't seen much that's good, but I think that the talent is still there. He just needs help getting to the best version of himself, which we haven't seen at all. I don't think that's a bad core. I think someone like Mercer is a better secondary player. I think Timo Meyer is like a secondary top six player. And you need to have that. If you're a Stanley Cup champion, you're going to have those layers, right? Like a Carter Verhaeghe is that secondary layer up front to a Barkov, Reinhardt, and a Kachuk. So I kind of would view it similarly in that. So I think they could use a little bit more help on the back end in terms of their core, but they have three really good forwards to build around. Like, those are building blocks I think any other team would be thrilled to have.
So it's interesting that you say that, right? Because we know what the situation was for the Devils. They were all in on trying to get Quinn Hughes, and that didn't happen. So essentially, I look at it's funny. They just played them twice and kind of got their ass handed to them by them. The Islanders, who just got Matthew Schaefer, and by no means am I saying Schaefer and Quinn Hughes are the same player, but you saw the impact, or you do see the impact now that Schaefer's having on the Islanders. They could play a much faster game. Is that kind of what the Devils need, is to have some sort of impact on the blue line for them to be able to play that faster game, and it kind of will fix all of this?
No, I think they need it, but I don't think that's going to fix everything because I look at the
Okay.
bottom six and I go, they're still. Honestly, I'm going to go bottom nine because I still think if you're stacking Hughes and Hischier, and I know this is a temporary thing, but it's like then you have a problem. But like, it's the fringes of the forward group that's issue number one for me. And then on defense, would it help to have a Quinn Hughes? Sure, but like, Quinn Hughes is the second best defenseman in the league to Kel McCarr. Only two teams have them. After that, you go to that next year. It's the Haskinens, the Dahlins, the Foxes, the Werenskis. In a perfect world, maybe Luke Hughes can get up to that level, be like a tier two guy, or high end like tier three, like a Thomas Harley level. Like, that's a good thing to have. Obviously, Hamilton's not going to be that. Siegenthaler and Pesci, but I feel like those aren't bad supporting pieces to have. And then they're going to get Kovacevic back, and I think he's a really good player to have on defense too. If they're number one, they're projected number one, it can become that. I'm not as concerned. It's just working to get him there. And it needs to be more than just like, well, if his partner's out, his game completely falls to pieces, right? Because it feels like Pesci went out of the lineup and then he just struggled so much without him. And it's like he needs to be able to carry his own pair. So he has to personally level up. I don't know if it's necessarily that they need to just go out and find a new number one when they have one and paid someone to be that.